style, speed. Speed. Okay, cool. Thanks, Kelly, for joining us on Field TV. The first question for you, we're down here.
I love Occy interviews.
So Occy is coming into play next year. How's that going to change the ASP?
Well, with Occy, there's an infusion of cash to help really run the brand, ASP brand, and I don't know the extent to which it's going to change everything, but I think ultimately it's about the media rights and expanding the visibility of the sport in that way. There'll be changes to the way the contests are run a little bit on location, but it's more about the behind the scenes of production of the events. It'll be interesting to see, how different it is. I don't think everyone's going to feel all of a sudden this huge difference. I think the package is going to just be presented better.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So the wave pool, I mean, we're all interested in that, and I know you're interested in it.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Well, functionally, engineering.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's a circular pool, like a donut-shaped pool, and we have a wave generator that runs around the outside wall, basically, and it pushes the wave towards the inside. And so we can control the speed, the peel angle, the height of that wave. We have a really great group of scientists from USC in California, and we have our warehouse where we have our test model and all that kind of stuff. So, we're really comfortable with those guys are 100% comfortable with the science and the scaling up of it and stuff. So at this point, it's just somebody buying one and building it. And I mean, we've talked about it for a long time. So, it'd be super fun to have your group of friends or a bunch of the pros or, rent it out for you and your buddies at work or whatever, It'd be fun to have something like that you can rely on day after day to go surf in the conditions you want. So.
Oh, that's great. So you live a really healthy lifestyle. You're really into your yoga, I believe?
Well, I actually just went to a yoga class a couple days ago for the first time in a couple of years.
No way.
But I used to do yoga a lot when I first got on tour. My first few years on tour, I was doing quite a bit of yoga and stretching, and I've sort of gotten away from it in recent years, but I have a feeling I'm going to get right back into it now. I tend to find that we want some endurance, and you want strength and kind of quick twitch muscles, cardio. There's all sorts of different things you need, but a lot of my injuries come from stiffness and a tight muscle, imbalances too. So I think yoga is really great. You can gain strength, a lot of strength through that, and you really focus on your breathing and stuff.
Oh, cool. Your eating habits. I know you eat
pretty healthy.
Really, really healthy, and I believe you ate almonds, only almonds for like a week one time?
No,
Benji,
I ate nothing for a week one
Benji
time.
told me you did, hey? You started
Benji, you know what Benji is though. He'll tell you anything just to sound funny.
I know, but you're eating
No, but I've fasted a few times. I've done a few fasts. I've done a couple, a few like 3-day, 5-day. I think I did 5 or 6 days with like just water once, just to see what it was like.
And how was it?
Oh, it felt really weak. I've done, periods of time where I just only ate salad for 3 or 4 or 5 days, just green veggies, or just juices. That's the only way to just completely turn off your digestive system. The only way you can do that is to not eat. You can't just take a magic pill and have it all disappear. You eat your whole life every day for your whole lifetime. So think of, you're going to get stuff in there. You gotta clean your system out and let it relax. And that's the one system in your body that never ever rests is your digestive system. So I want to have longevity. I want to be 80 years old and be really strong and fit. And so, if I live to be 105, I want to be doing my gardening and catching a wave still, and whatever. And food's a big part of it. Good, clean air, your breathing, and also your thoughts. Your mind. It's hard to go throughout life and not get just stuck in patterns and just live your life that way. And then I think that's when you grow old. I think when your mind's not expanding and staying open is when you really age physically as well.
Wow, that's fantastic. If we take you out of the mix, who do you think is the best athlete of all time? Taking you out of the mix.
I hear that thrown around pretty loosely. When I think of athlete, I think of like endurance. I think of strength. I guess an athlete can be a dynamic mix of all that and competitiveness as well. But I think when you say athlete, it's really hard for me to compare myself to even an average Ironman. Somebody, because that's really what I think of with athleticism. You can't even compare different generations of the same sport to each other. You could try and compare yourself and Curran because you guys were at the same time, but you were goofy footer and he's regular footer. So then how do you compare that? And then to go across generations, you know, you hear some people say Muhammad Ali was the best of all time. Some people will say Mike Tyson. Well, in my mind, I think Tyson would have knocked Muhammad out. But Muhammad might have been good enough to figure out how to stay out of his range and catch him, you know? They're questions you can never answer, and I don't really think of myself at all in terms of the best athletes that ever lived. You know, certain people have certain skills and they're able to use those to win in certain sports, and I don't necessarily think that means you're the best at anything other than having figured out how to win. So, you know, it's an honor that somebody would throw my name around in groups of great athletes, but a lot of it's just hypotheticals. It's not anything tangible.
There's a lot of people out there that do. Thanks for joining us.
Should I interview Occy now or what? What are you doing? When are you retiring, Ock?
Well,
you're not really retired. You keep surfing Margaret.
Yeah, I'll keep surfing Margaret's. And
would you take wild cards if you know? Like
absolutely. Yeah. If Billabong threw me a wild card, they only give it to the kids now. I'd love to do it.
I saw you singing with Donovan.
Did you?
You're singing an NXS song.
I did. Don't change the earth.
Yeah, don't change. And I'm gonna put you right on the spot in the hot seat because you didn't know the words. You didn't know the lyrics to an Aussie band song. You had to learn them, didn't you? You had to learn them right there.
I was like,
I saw a video where you.
Don't change the world. Don't change.
So what are the words now? You know all the words? Do you know all the words now?
I'm standing here on the ground.
I'm gonna make him sing the whole song. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story. The first time I learned anything about hockey, you came to Florida and you got third. Sean Thompson won the event.
Sean Thompson, yes,
right?
I remember, yeah.
It's probably one of the last events Sean won.
How old were you then?
I was about 12 or 13.
No way.
And Occy came to Florida, and I didn't really know anything about him, and he just came and you just murdered everyone in that event. And then I forget, did you lose to Sean in the semis?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a bit of a sus decision too.
Really?
Remember me and Sean had that one at North Narrabeen when I was like 11 years old?
Oh, really?
And I cried. It was like 3-2 split decision. And everyone's like, it was just a total. It used to be bad back then. And the same thing happened in the East Coast of Florida.
Sick.
Thanks for joining us on Field
Thanks,
TV,
buddy.
Kelly. We really appreciate it. Cool. Sweet.